Legacy, the byproduct of one's body of work that lives on long after retirement or even death of an individual, relived and reminisced by those who were present for that individual's performance or accomplishments.
What we do in this life echoes in eternity!
I don't know what any of those words mean, but it is rather fitting for what we're going to be doing today.
What up, everybody on YTBC? Today, we're going to talk about legacy. Now, this is actually a video that I've been meaning to do for like a week and a half, something like that. But other topics keep coming up that I keep on putting this on the back burner. I still got to talk about those Charlo fights, and I'm going to make a video on that as well. But I really wanted to talk about this. There's actually two things I want to cover as far as legacy is concerned. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, being that we are on the YTBC, I definitely want to talk about legacy of boxers. You know, right now, there's a lot of talk about like who's better, who's pound for pound, and all that jazz. And that these are conversations that I think do need to be happening. But I've noticed that there's a lot of people who put a lot of emphasis on the money. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a very dangerous sport. These guys, they got families, they need to get paid, all right? And I'm going to be honest with you. The boxers at the lowest level and the boxers at the highest level, none of them get paid enough, being that they put their lives on the line, all right? Not only do they put their lives on the line, but they also put their health on the line. Most boxers not gonna die, but that danger is still there. But even if they don't die, there's a good chance that they could end up getting injured. We've seen unfortunate events with guys like Gerald McClellan. Then you got some that are even worse, like Duk Kim, who died, who died fighting against Ray Mancini. So the danger is definitely there, and these guys do not get paid enough. But when I hear the money being talked about, a lot of it's really just being used as a roadblock as to why a fight that should be happening shouldn't happen. And let's be real, it's not a perfect world. These guys, they know what they signed up for. They know that they're not going to get paid as much as they should. But they go into it, and hopefully they're able to make a good amount of money where they're able to take care of their family. Maybe, or not maybe, but they should be able to, take lavish vacations when they go on vacation. They should be able to go to the Bahamas and go to like the most beautiful places in the world with their family. Not hating on that. But when the money is used as an excuse not to build the legacy, that is a problem. Because money is not the legacy. Money is the byproduct of building the legacy. It should be. But there's too many boxers and there's too many boxing fans who make an excuse for why the money should be a roadblock for the legacy. The legacy is, in my opinion, very important. Now, it depends on the boxer. Some boxers don't give a shit about legacy. And those are the boxers I try not to fuck with. You should be able to build your legacy and make money at the same time. Is it going to be the money that you absolutely want to be making? There's a chance that it's not. But it should be enough. Now, I've given my stance, the whole For those of y'all who don't know, I don't think a professional boxer should get any less than 35% of the purse. All right, that's my opinion. I've seen people who say, "Oh, so and so only deserves 10%. So and so only deserves 5%." We can agree to disagree. 35%, or more, in my opinion, and that's for the biggest A side versus the lowest B side. Because these are professionals, they're both putting their lives on the line, and they both got, more than likely got families, and they're spending time away from them. But anyways, I don't want to make this all about the money. This is supposed to be about the legacy. So yeah, when it comes to legacy, the money should definitely be a byproduct. The fans should be demanding the legacy fights so that the money will be there. If every time we're getting unification, we're supporting it, they should be making the money that they should be making. If every time they're fighting their number one contenders, the guy that is challenging them, and they've done what they had to do to position themselves in a spot where they can challenge for that belt, then they should be making the money, because we should be demanding those fights. But you have too many fans who are making excuses and saying, "Oh, so-and-so should have no problem fighting so-and-so from 2 or 3 weight divisions below, because that's gonna make them all the money." No, it's a bullshit fight. It's not good for their legacy. Now, all this should actually be self-explanatory. It should be common sense, but I've learned that common sense just ain't so common these days. Now, let me go ahead and get to the other legacy talk that I want to do. And actually, this could be a video all on its own, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to y'all for free right now. As if I charge for anything. All right. So, the legacy I want to talk about, this goes out to all my fellow compadres, my fellow content creators. I think we ourselves have a legacy. What are people going to say about your channel the day that you decide to close up shop? Or, God forbid, something unforeseen happens and you die. We've had some people in the YTBC, that have passed away. Tito Garcia, God bless his soul, he wasn't that old, if you really think about it. I think he was like 50, and if you were to pass away, or like I said, hopefully you leave on your own terms, where you just say, it's been fun, I can't do this anymore because of whatever, I got responsibilities, or starting my family, or for those of you who are able to balance the family and the job and everything, for whatever reason you decide to close up shop. Do you want your legacy to be, "Oh, that guy kept it real. I really wish he wasn't leaving because," or she wasn't leaving because this was an individual who was really valued in the YTBC. And when I say the YTBC, I'm talking about any channel who talks boxing. I don't care if you're LDBC, MXBC, you chill with the BDA, or NBBC, or UGC. To me, everybody falls under the YTBC. You're on YouTube, you're talking boxing, you're part of the YTBC, whether you like it or not. I've seen a lot of people try to denounce it, which is weird to me, because a lot of those same people are also making money off of YouTube. So, you're denouncing the very thing that's putting money in your pocket. I don't make money off of YouTube, and I still acknowledge the fact that I talk boxing on YouTube. That makes me part of the YTBC. You would think somebody who is making money on the platform would definitely acknowledge that fact. But back to the legacy. Do you want to be known for having a legacy of helping to build the community, helping people to understand that we can disagree, have a difference of opinion, while at the same time respecting each other? Or do you want to have a legacy of being an asshole, cussing out people on your panel before you even bring them, before you bring them from backstage? I've seen that happen. I'm not going to put any names out there, but I think y'all can take a wild guess at, who will have somebody backstage that they're getting ready to bring on, and they're insulting them, calling them a faggot, telling them to eat dicks and shit like that. Y'all know those channels. I don't gotta say no names. Y'all already know. You already got channels in mind right now. You know who do that shit. Do you really want that to be your legacy? Do you want your legacy to be that you could never give credit where credit was due just because of stupid shit like skin color or promotional outfit? You can't give credit to somebody just because they're signed to Matchroom. You can't give credit to somebody just because they're a PBC fighter. Do you want that to be your legacy? Or do you want your legacy to be that guy always gave credit where credit was due? Never try to create a conspiracy just because his guy didn't win. He always accepted that his guy just wasn't the guy. And he kept it real. I hope that's my legacy. Like, I really hope that my legacy is that I kept it honest. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. I'm not going to act like I never got a prediction wrong. This past weekend, I got some predictions wrong. I'm not going to act like I've never made mistakes with my channel, because I certainly have. But I've always strived to be better than the person I was the day before. And I really think if everybody takes that approach, I think that your legacy, it might be rough here and there, but I think overall, people respect you. You decide to close up shop, or heaven forbid something happened to you, and you're no longer around, that people are like, man, I really wish he was still around, he or she was still around. I really valued that person's point of view on boxing, and I really want to know what they think about this new prospect, what they think about this boxing match, what they think about what the WBC is doing here, or the WBA is doing there, or the IBF is doing here. What would this person say? If you know what I'm saying? Or is your legacy just gonna fall in obscurity and be like, because if you're somebody that, like I said, your legacy is really not good, your legacy is just being known for that guy who insults everybody on your panel, when something big happens in the sport, they're not thinking back to you and thinking, oh, what would they have said? No, they know what you would say. You would say that everybody's a faggot, apparently. Some of us are building legacies that are not that great, and others, we acknowledge we're not perfect, but what we got is respect. To all my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or you just so happen to stumble on this video, hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.
That's why
undefeated.